After hours of interviews, Mob and the Hero Association figured out what happened. Mob explains the monsters in his town and the portal that sent him to their city. Once everyone found out Mob was actually sent 1,000 years in the future, the Hero Association started to form a plan. If the monsters were able to make a time portal using psychic energy, then maybe we could too with enough psychic power. With a time portal, we could do all kinds of things. Find heroes from any time to help us, send monsters to the future, even kill monsters before they became such a problem. Tatsumaki, with a devious smile, says, I've been working on a move like that, but I just haven't been able to build up enough power to. But if we were able to take some of the power that kid had, I'm sure I could make the portal. But in her head, she thought, that kid doesn't deserve that much power anyway, and if I had his strength, I could be the strongest hero ever, and teach that idiot Saitama a lesson or two. The Hero Association, eager for results, agreed, and asked Tatsumaki to take Mob to their psychic research center. She hates that place, but hates being weaker than anyone more, and agrees, telling them she'll handle Mob and get him to agree. Tatsumaki walks to Mob's holding cell and puts on a nice girl act, but is quickly stopped by Mob's questions. Why did you separate me from my family? Mob asks in a stern tone. Tatsumaki forces another smile and says, we just needed to make sure you were on our side and that your friends didn't need medical attention. They're in a hotel, relaxing and waiting for you. Mob again cuts her off. When can I talk to an adult then? Tatsumaki almost explodes, but keeps it together just long enough to say in a shaky voice, you are talking to an adult, and I have psychic powers too, so they felt you'd be more comfortable talking to me. Mob goes to ask another question, but Tatsumaki quickly cuts him off. We have a way to send you back to your time, but we need to use some of your psychic energy to help make the portal. And then, when you make the portal, we'll bring your friends over so you can all go home. Does that sound okay? Yeah, I guess I'll go, but bring them before I make the portal. I don't want to have to wait too long. She agrees, not really caring what Mob has to say. But as they leave, Mob tells her, also, I'll know if you or anyone else is lying, and I won't be happy. Okay. Don't get mad, big guy. Let's just go so you can see what we're doing. Mob arrives and gets set up with the equipment he was told is needed to make the time portal. He trusts Tatsumaki and the scientist because he can sense Ritsu's energy in a nearby room. As the machines do their work, though, Mob can tell something is wrong. What are you doing? Mob asks the scientist. They all can feel the anger and intensity emanating off him. They try to assure him that they're just using some of his energy for the time portal. You're lying, Mob's voice booms with a calm intensity. What are you really doing? The scientists start panicking and trying to explain themselves, but Mob isn't buying it. One of the scientists tries sedating Mob, but is stopped and thrown back. Mob starts taking off the medical equipment, but is held down by Tatsumaki, who is actually getting Mob's energy sent to her from the other room. She continues to hold Mob down with her improved psychic strength and continues stealing more and more of his power. Mob starts to beg her to stop. Please, I just want to go home with my family. Why are you doing this? Because you don't deserve this power like I do, and if I had them, I would be able to help way more people than you. I actually know what I'm doing, so just shut up and deal with it. I'm sure after I take all your psychic energy, I'll be able to make your stupid portal anyway, and if I can't do it, nobody else would be able to anyway. Please, just stop. I don't want you to get hurt. And if I start, I don't know when I'll stop. Tatsumaki laughs. I'm just getting stronger and you're just getting weaker. If you think you can scare me, you got a lot to learn. Mob grows quiet before whispering, I warned you. Mob's eyes start going black, and he throws an unsuspecting Tatsumaki to the ground. He breaks the machines with his psychic blast and drops the equipment to the floor. But before he can direct his attention to Tatsumaki, she grabs him and flies into the air. Ha! With all the power I took from you, this won't take long. But again, Mob's energy overpowers her, and he slams her to the street below them. You think that's my limit? He begins lifting and slamming her back and forth when more heroes show up. I don't want any of you getting involved. She started this. I just want to go back home, so please get to safety. It's our jobs to stop monsters like you. They all attack but are unable to get past Mob's psychic barrier. You are good people, but like I said, this doesn't involve you. Mob waves his hand and all the heroes fall asleep. Tatsumaki tries a sneak attack, but even though Mob wasn't blocking and it was a direct hit, Mob brushes it off as nothing. Mob retaliates with a much more powerful blast, knocking her to her knees. You need to learn that just because you're stronger than everyone doesn't mean you can look down on them. To me, you're no better than the monsters making everyone's lives around them hell. And all that power you took from me, I want it all back. Mob starts taking her psychic energy and is impressed with how much energy she has inside her. I think if her body could release as much energy as mine at one time, she would be just as strong as me. Mob, what's going on? Regan shouts. These people can't be trusted. They were trying to give my power to this girl, and I'm just taking it back. Ritsu yells back, don't be as bad as them. We can find a way home together. As he calms down and his eyes return to normal, the wind wraps around his shield and knocks down a nearby building, and he can even feel the barrier cracking from the amazingly powerful punch. Wow, you're pretty strong, but what are you doing to that little girl? She's not a little girl, and she attacked me. Oh, really? Oh yeah, that's that tornado girl. Well, I do believe she started it, but I can't just let you do this. I gotta arrest you or stop you or something like that. But trust me, I'm one of the good guys. If you need help, I can help you. I trusted her, that's why all this happened. But I'm sorry, you're gonna have to go to sleep now. Mob tries what he did to the heroes earlier, but this has no effect. Who are you? Mob asks. I'm just a guy who's a hero for fun, but it's my job to stop you. One Punch Man throws a second punch that completely breaks Mob's shield and still has enough power to send him flying downtown. Hey, you two, are you with that other guy? Saitama asks Reagan and Ritsu. Both men answer in a shaky voice. Yes, but we're not fighters. It's okay, I don't want to fight you. I just want you to tell me what's going on. As One Punch Man talks to Regan and Ritsu, Mob is in disbelief. If I didn't have my shield, I might have died. What's up with this guy? He's too strong. I don't think he was even trying that hard. I have to give this my all, or I'm not going to win. Reagan finishes telling One Punch Man how everything happened, and that they just want to go home. Saitama tells them, I think I know someone who can help with this. And with enough energy could probably make a time portal. But before he can finish, he's lifted into the air. Huh? What's going on? Then, Mob blitzes him and punches him as hard as he can and sends an energy blast powerful enough to send Saitama backwards. Then, Mob manipulates the roots underneath Saitama's feet to grow and hold him in place as he continues to punch him several more times, trying to use as much power as he can. But Saitama looks at him and kindly asks him to stop. Mob's anger grows, Hero Association building, and throws it at Saitama. But he effortlessly bursts out of the plants and punches the concrete slab. Okay, you're just going to have to calm down. One Punch Man rushes towards Mob, but Mob starts weighing him down with an increase in gravity. It has little effect, and One Punch Man still throws a powerful punch that Mob takes and is once again thrown across the city. Oops. I don't think I held back enough. At least he didn't pop like they usually do. Mob again can't believe what's going on. He's so fast. If I don't use my telepathy to read his mind, I can't react fast enough. But with so much going on, I can't keep up. Mob stands up and tries thinking of a new strategy, and is barely able to see Tatsumaki is awake, and builds up all her remaining energy into one attack. You little punk, you're gonna learn to respect me, she yells at Mob. As she sends it flying at him, she collapses as she watches it connect with Mob and gives a smug smile. I knew he wasn't that strong. But Mob doesn't fall. He takes all the energy in, absorbing it and making it his own. He feels supercharged. Thanks, I'll use your energy the best I can. And flies off as Tatsumaki starts cursing in vain. Mob collides with One Punch Man, completely overpowering him and slamming him around and through the deserted buildings. That actually hurts, Saitama said out loud and tries punching, but Mob dodges and sends a barrage of energy hitting Saitama. He tanks the hits, then rushes towards Mob with consecutive normal punches, which Mob once again dodges all of them except the last one. Mob has to block with his arms and a psychic barrier. Mob forms a shield around One Punch Man and lights the inside of it on fire, hoping this will give him the chance to catch his breath. But Saitama breaks out with an angry grin. Wow, you're even stronger than that alien guy. This is getting interesting. But time to get serious. Mob can see he has no way of dodging the punch. One Punch Man is about to throw. He focuses all his power on defense and takes the attack that sends him into the sky at light speed. He feels himself going unconscious as he continues going higher and uses telepathy to tell Ritsu to get somewhere safe. Ugh, I definitely went too far that time. I really thought he was going to be the one to give me a fun fight, but I guess I should go apologize to his friends. As he walks to Reagan and Ritsu, he's yanked into space and sees Mob pulsing with energy and a huge psychic wall around him. One Punch Man holds his breath and has to use much of his energy to keep his body from twisting apart. But Saitama throws several serious punches that can only crack the wall around Mob. I gotta get back to Earth before I suffocate. I think he's trapped air inside the room around him, so that gives him the advantage. One Punch Man is finally able to resist Mob's psychic pull and stands on the moon. Now that I got a solid base, I can put some real power behind this. Hit. He throws the strongest punch he has ever thrown and flies towards Mob, cutting through his barrier, but just misses as Mob teleports behind him. That's not fair, Saitama thinks before being blasted by another energy blast, and starts falling to Earth. Okay, this is bad. Saitama looks at Mob, and even though he is falling to Earth, he sees the moon getting bigger and bigger. I think he threw the moon at me. This kid's going crazy. I know he's not a bad guy. He must have lost control after I hit him. The moon comes at Saitama, and all he can do is kick it as hard as he can, making it shatter into millions of pieces. Mob, not happy that One Punch Man stopped his attack, makes a huge pillar with as much of the pieces as he can gather and hits Saitama like a ball back to Earth. He lands like a meteor and slams underground, while Mob gently lands on his feet, barely calming down enough to take back control. This isn't good. I almost hurt a lot of people right then. I have to stop this. He must be hurt. I can't believe I lost control like that. But Saitama comes out of the ground, bloody and coughing, but still smiling. This is great. This is what I've always wanted. You're worth my full respect, kid, but let's settle this now. What? That wasn't enough? Mob thinks. One Punch Man yells out in an excited voice, I'm coming at you with everything I've got, because you've earned it. I really hope you can survive and we can talk after this. Saitama rushes at Mob, swinging wildly and fast, which takes every bit of Mob's attention and power to dodge. I need to make some space. We're not in the city anymore. I don't know where we're at, but it seems like an empty desert. So I can go all out. Okay, I'm gonna have to do this. I built this attack up for the last 5 years. If it's not enough, I'm done for. Mob teleports a mile away and gathers his energy so it can be released. I wish this fight didn't have to end, but it's time. He's getting desperate and so am I. This is so fun. But Saitama sees Mob readying his attack, so he jumps forward. This is it. I might lose, both men think, as they both ready their strongest attack. As they collide, they create an explosion and a crater the size of several states, and both men are left laying on the ground. Sometime later, Mob wakes up, dazed and confused. Ritsu rushes over. You're finally awake. Reagan was getting worried. What's going on? Where are we? Don't worry, we're back home. Saitama got his friend Dr. Kusino to make a time machine, and Fubuki helped power it for us. Wow, he really meant what he said. I guess he did want to help. I'm glad those people at least have someone to help them. Yeah, Saitama said he really liked you, and he hasn't ever had a fight as fun as that one. He also said he wants you to keep going and getting stronger, so you can help everyone in our time. Wow, he said all that? How long was I out for? About 4 days, and we've been home now for half a day. Reagan walks in the room and happily hugs Ma. I knew you would wake up, and not a moment too soon. I've had jobs piling up for us. Mob and Ritsu laugh. And you really gave that guy a run for his money. I still can't believe how strong your psychic powers have gotten, Mob. But I lost. What do you mean? Well, I don't know. We thought you would tell us what happened. Saitama said he didn't hit you, you just exploded, and he woke up later and took you back to A City. I think he's just being nice, though. He was so strong, I can't imagine anyone beating him. I doubt I'll ever see him again, but I feel like we could have been friends if we met under different circumstances. Yeah, for sure, Mom, me too. But that little psychic girl, she's a... Well, that's it, guys. Tell me what you thought in the comments, and let me know if you like the longer videos, or if you would like me to break them down in smaller parts. Or if you just want short videos in general that don't need to be broken up in parts. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Check out my other videos and stay on the lookout for any new videos I post. Later.